how good is break effect percent? Now this is something that I get asked a lot about, right? So we have this artifact, Thief of Shooting Meteor, where the 2 piece of this gives break effect by 16%, it increases this, and 4 piece increases wearer's break effect by 16%, so 32% break effect. For the longest time, I've thought that break effect was supposed to help you remove enemies' shields faster, but oh boy, I was wrong. Alright, so let's showcase to you guys then what I'm talking about. So right now I have Serval. So right now my break effect, I currently have 35.1%. Alright, so we're going to change the artifact later. But remember this value, so I'm going to jump into this one. We're just going to do one skill on the enemy using this particular setup. I'm not going to try to change it up later. Alright, we're just going to keep exact same things. We're going to swap the relic out after this. Okay. So it's my turn to move. I'm the fastest in the team. So I'm going to aim that particular enemy in the middle, and then you guys try to observe the damage. At the same time, I'm going to turn off my face cam so you can see the total damage at the top right as well, right? So let's see. This is going to be how much I can break. Notice I'm able to break this shield, but I want you guys to notice the middle one. Alright, so that's going to be the bar right there. Okay, so total damage of 3078. Alright, so let's end the test for now. We're going to swap into a different artifact altogether. So I'm just going to go retreat. Alright, so pretty cool right there, no problem whatsoever. So this time what I'm going to do, right, I have this particular relics. This one, alright, notice this one, I'm currently using this one. Attack percent, there's break effect 5.1%. But I have one that's even better, which is this one. Main stat of break effect up to 43%. Alright, so this is going to give me like almost double the amount of break effect that I had earlier. So right now, I have a total of 73% break effect. So will this increase my break efficiency? So let's go, jump in, challenge this enemy, start challenge. Same thing whatsoever, hit the enemy once. Alright. So same, I am going to use my skill. So notice it's about the same. It's about the same. I'm going to bring up the first one. Alright, the previous one. Try to observe like the bar. It might be hard to see this visually, but you can probably try to see it's very, very similar. So now let me apply the break this time around. I am doing more damage. and we're gonna pause a little bit so you can try to observe why am I doing more damage whatsoever. Okay, so based on testing results, we are seeing something really interesting here regarding the break effect. It doesn't seem to improve the efficiency of the shield breaking. So first things first, let's try and read what term is the game using. Break effect right here enhances various weakness break effects, such as the amount of damage dealt upon weakness break, the amount of damage dealt by DOTs per turn, and how far enemy actions are delayed. Okay, very interesting. The first two things, pretty crucial. The amount of damage dealt upon weakness break, basically this means that when you break an enemy, usually when they enter the stun state, yes, they always get a little bit of extra damage with the weakness break. Break number 1. So this is the first time when I use this particular skill, Servals. So the first thing I want you guys to observe is this bar right here. The middle enemy, again, 35.1% break effect on this particular one, okay, versus 73% break effect. Can you guys see the difference? I don't think so. So I hope this proves one very major thing. Break effect does not enhances the shield breaking. I think that's a different stat altogether. That's weakness break, the break damage that we cause by breaking the enemy's shield. You can obviously see right here, this is how much we are able to do damage wise. 507 on these two flies, right? This is with 35.1% break effect. Now if we double that stat, boom, now our break damage increases to 649. Very low increase in my humble opinion. Remember, we are getting almost double the break effect percent from 35% to 73%, but we are only getting about 20% damage increase about there, right? So if this was any other stat, right, like think about it this way. If this was double the crit rate percent from 28% to 52%, double, I think the damage output would have been way higher. If this was double the crit damage percent from 50% crit damage to 100% crit damage, it would have been way higher. If this was double the attack percent, I'm pretty sure the output would have been higher as well. So break effect, ideally, seems to be the weakest stat so far. It's not something that you want to focus on your DPS characters, on your damage dealers. It's definitely going to be something that's like super secondary, right? You want to still focus on attack percent, crit rate percent, crit damage percent. Now, in terms of the DOTs, alright, the amount of damage dealt by DOTs per turn, this seems pretty good on certain characters. I guess Serval is one of the characters that can apply DOTs very constantly, alongside with Hook, right? But how viable is break effect then compared to other stats? For example, effect hit rate, which is going to be much more important, I think, because effect hit rate is your chance of applying debuffs to the enemy targets. If you have low effect hit rate and the enemy have high effect resistance, you are not able to apply your burns, your shock, your wind shear, your bleed efficiently. That's also something to take into consideration, something to take note of. But the last one, I thought this was particularly interesting, how far enemy actions are delayed. So apparently the more weakness break you have, the more you're able to delay the enemies, but I don't really particularly... I'm not able to see this, at least based on my testing so far. Now that one is a little bit weird. I feel like it's better to straight up increase your own speed, alright? Your character will have speed which will basically make them move more often. You're better off improving your own speed than to try to weakness break or try to have break effect to delay enemy's turn. So the final takeaway is regarding this set as well. Ideally, if you are farming this set right now, the Thief of Shooting Meteor, I don't know how many of you guys are farming this particular set. Now it is right next to this particular physical set, which I know a lot of players ideally try to get. This one is pretty good. The physical one is pretty good. But yeah, considering that the break effect is paired with the physical one, so I'm not too sure of this. So far, based on my observations, this is going to be one of the least efficient ones to farm for, at least for now. As of right now, based on my observations, I do think that break effect is one of the weakest substat based on all the substats that we can obtain from the relics. Break effect main stat seems to be unique to this particular one, the link rope. Alright, you can see this gives up to 43% at +9. I believe if you increase up to like +15, it can go up to 50 or even 60%. So that's going to give you a lot of break effect, but again, it seems like a very weak stat. So yeah, hopefully this clears things up. Apparently, it doesn't improve your capability or your ability to remove shields faster. I think that's what most players think, including myself at the beginning. But after the discovery today, definitely that's not the case. So hopefully you guys find this helpful. Hopefully you guys feel free to share this with your friends. Make sure that they know break effect is actually not that impactful in most battles. Alright, as always, subscribe if you guys haven't already. Give this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.